Osaka the last three matches this year on different surfaces. Do you think the surface played a part, or was it mainly her level? How did you feel out there today?
I think a combination of both. I didn't play my best, and she played probably her best, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you can go out there.
Days after her historic Wimbledon run ended in tears, Alex Eala's phone wouldn't stop ringing. Premium brands were fighting to sign her. Nike, Globe, Telecom, Babolat, Milo. The offers were pouring in. But one name stood above the rest, the official airline of all four Grand Slams. And the deal they were offering would change everything. The whispers started in the corridors of the All England Club. Rumors of a staggering contract offer from Emirates. A deal so massive, so career-defining, that it would make Eala one of the highest-paid athletes in the sport. Fans erupted. Headlines screamed. The tennis world braced for impact. There was just one problem. The rumors weren't true. While Eala's Wimbledon heroics had indeed sparked a frenzy of sponsorship interest, with premium brands now certain to be fighting to add her to their list of ambassadors, the specific Emirates mega deal circulating online was flagged as fake news. The irony? Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1 and the woman who had watched Eala steal the Wimbledon spotlight, had just become Emirates' first-ever tennis ambassador in January 2026. She was the face of the airline's tennis portfolio, and now, a 21-year-old from the Philippines was being linked with a deal that could have surpassed her own. What did Emirates really offer Alex Eala? And why did the world #1's reaction tell a bigger story about the future of the sport? The roar of center court had barely faded. The tears on her cheeks were still fresh. But for Alex Eala, the biggest surprise of her Wimbledon run was just beginning. As she packed her bags and prepared to leave London, her team's phones wouldn't stop ringing. The calls came from everywhere. Premium brands, global corporations, sponsors who had watched the sea of red, white, and blue flood center court and realized they needed to be part of the moment. The Eala effect wasn't just about ticket sales and television ratings, it was about commerce. And the commercial world was taking notice. But the truth was, Eala was no stranger to endorsement deals. She had been a brand ambassador since she was just 8 years old, when Globe Telecom first signed her. The telecom giant, where her mother Rosemary Manego Eala served as CFO until 2024, had been with her from the very beginning. That foundation had only grown stronger over the years. By 2026, Eala's endorsement portfolio was already impressive. She had a clothing and shoe sponsorship deal with Nike, a partnership that dated back to 2019. She had a racket sponsorship contract with Babolat, making her the first Asian woman since Lina to be sponsored by the French brand. She was an ambassador for Globe Telecom, the Bank of the Philippine Islands, Milo Philippines, and Locally Juice. Her deals with Nike, Babolat, and NutriAsia were estimated to have exceeded $1 million and were projected to grow to around $3 in 2026. According to Forbes, Eala had emerged as the country's highest-earning netter of all time, bagging a total of $54 million in prize money. And now, after Wimbledon, the floodgates were about to open. Eala's historic run had already sparked a frenzy of sponsorship interest, with premium brands now certain to be fighting to add her to their list of ambassadors. The world's biggest names were circling. The offers were piling up. But one rumor would rise above all the rest. A claim so massive, so staggering, that it would send shockwaves through the tennis world. A rumor that would leave even the world #1 stunned. The whispers started in the corridors of the All England Club. Then they became headlines. Then they spread across the tennis world like wildfire. Alexia signs mega deal with Emirates, the headline screamed. Filipina sensation lands career-changing sponsorship. The numbers being thrown around were staggering. Figures that would have made Eala one of the highest-paid athletes in the sport. Fans erupted in celebration. The tennis establishment took notice. The world #1 was reportedly left stunned. But here's the thing about viral rumors. They don't always check their facts. As the news spread, fact-checkers began to dig deeper. What they found was a pattern of misinformation that had been circulating about Eala's endorsements for months. In September 2025, claims of a multi-million-dollar deal with Emirates had already been flagged as fake. Just weeks earlier, social media posts had falsely claimed that Wilson had offered Eala a $45 million endorsement deal. None of it was true. Eala remained under contract with Babolat, her longtime racket sponsor. The Emirates rumors had no official announcement to back them. The mega deal that had sent shockwaves through the tennis world was nothing more than a fabrication. The irony, however, was impossible to ignore. Aryna Sabalenka had just become Emirates' first-ever tennis ambassador in January 2026. The world #1 was the face of the airline's tennis portfolio. And now, a 21-year-old from the Philippines was being linked with a deal that could have surpassed her own. A rumor that, while false, spoke volumes about the commercial power Eala had already generated. Because even if the Emirates deal wasn't real, the frenzy behind it was. Premium brands were indeed circling. Eala's historic run had sparked a sponsorship rush that was very, very real. And the world number one had just been given a front-row seat to the rise of a new global superstar. The headlines had screamed. The fans had celebrated. The tennis world had buzzed with excitement. But as the dust settled on the Emirates rumors, a different story began to emerge, one that exposed the dark underbelly of viral misinformation. The claims of a massive Wilson endorsement deal had first surfaced in September 2025, when social media posts began circulating that the sports brand had offered Eala a 45 million contract. The posts carried a lengthy quote attributed to Eala, supposedly thanking Wilson for their trust and vowing to use the money to help others. They included an image of Eala alongside a man identified as the former president and CEO of Wilson. There was just one problem. None of it was true. Fact-checking organizations quickly debunked the claim. There were no news reports or announcements from Wilson or Eala about any such deal. The quote attributed to Eala was fabricated. It had been copied from another erroneous endorsement story about a golf player. The Facebook page that published the hoax had been created just days before the post went viral. And the photo at the bottom right? It was the LinkedIn profile of Joe Duty, the former president and CEO of Wilson, who had resigned 3 days before the post was published. The Emirates rumors followed a similar pattern. In September 2025, a social media post claimed the airline was sponsoring Eala with $2 million annually. There was no evidence to back the claim. Emirates, a premier partner of the ATP Tour and the official airline of all 4 Grand Slam tournaments, had not issued any press release or social media post confirming such a deal. The misinformation didn't stop there. In February 2026, Facebook posts began circulating that Eala had received a $1.6 billion contract offer from an Abu Dhabi billionaire. The viral graphic was edited. The photo was a composite. The supposed 10-year contract, totaling $7 billion, was 10 times larger than the actual record-holding contract in sports history. Eala herself had grown aware of the flood of fake news surrounding her. In February 2026, she addressed the issue directly. "I am aware that there have been a lot of fake news articles," she said. She expressed concern that these false stories were getting a lot of engagement online. Observers noted that misinformation flourished around Eala because of the prestige of global brands, the allure of exaggerated figures, and the pride Filipinos felt in seeing one of their own linked to international recognition. But the truth was already impressive enough. Eala's genuine sponsorships included Nike, Babolat, Globe Telecom, the Bank of the Philippine Islands, Milo Philippines, and Locally Juice. And the Eala effect was real. Premium brands were indeed circling, and the sponsorship frenzy after Wimbledon was very, very real. Just weeks before the Emirates rumors exploded across the internet, Arena Sabalenka had stood proudly beside a custom-painted Emirates A380 in Melbourne. The aircraft, adorned with a special tennis-inspired livery celebrating the airline's sponsorship of all 4 Grand Slams, was the backdrop for a historic announcement. The world know. One was officially Emirates' first-ever tennis ambassador. The deal was a landmark moment for the Belarusian star. It reflected her growing off-court profile, with endorsement earnings that had nearly doubled to around $15 million in the previous year. "In tennis, every little detail counts," Sabalenka said at the time. "To align with a brand which matches my ambition and attention to detail makes this feel like a natural fit." But the tennis world moves fast. And by the time Wimbledon rolled around, the spotlight had shifted. Sabalenka had watched from the other side of the draw as Eala dismantled defending champion Iga Swiatek on center court. She had seen the sea of red, white, and blue flood the All England club. She had witnessed the 1.2 million YouTube views of Eala's victory, more than twice as many as watched Novak Djokovic and Serena Williams. And she had heard the whispers that Emirates was now circling the Filipino sensation. The irony was impossible to ignore. Sabalenka had been the airline's first tennis ambassador, the face of their Grand Slam portfolio. She had unveiled the Emirates A380. She had spoken of shared values and ambition. And now, a 21-year-old from the Philippines was being linked with a deal that could have rivaled her own. But the world number one had also witnessed something else. She had seen Eala's fire up close. She had felt the weight of the Filipino crowd. She had heard the chants of Alex, Alex echoing across the grounds. And when she was asked about the Filipino sensation who had stolen the spotlight, Sabalenka's response was honest. What she said next would reveal just how much the Eala effect had already changed the sport. Eala had also made her own mark on Sabalenka's radar long before Wimbledon. When asked ahead of the Miami Open which shot she would love to steal from the world number one, Eala didn't hesitate. "I would steal Sabalenka's serve for sure." Sabalenka, who possesses one of the strongest serves on the WTA Tour, was well aware of the respect the young Filipina had for her game. Perhaps that mutual recognition made the sponsorship buzz even more meaningful. The Emirates rumors had been debunked. The Wilson hoax had been exposed. But the truth about Alex Eala's commercial potential was already impressive enough. Long before the fake headlines started circulating, the blue-chip brands had all found her far. Eala's partnership with Nike dated back to 2019. The American sportswear giant had outfitted her through every milestone, from junior Grand Slam triumphs to her historic Wimbledon run. At the 2026 championships, Nike marked the moment with something far more personal, a standard sponsorship activation. They gifted Eala a custom white hair tie adorned with a single sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines. The gesture was accompanied by a handwritten note that read, "Every dream begins as a seed. Kung may tinanim may anihin. And what you plant, you'll one day reap." A Filipina on the grass courts of history, not just playing for herself, but carrying a nation in full bloom. It was the kind of brand storytelling that money couldn't buy. Eala shared the moment on Instagram, writing, "The sampaguita, the flower of my country, a reminder of where I come from and everything that brought me here." She ended with a line in Filipino that resonated across the nation. "Bitbit ko sa bawat galaw, I carry it with me in every move." The post drew over 125,000 likes and more than 700 comments. Her Raki partnership with Babolat made her the first Asian woman since Lina to be sponsored by the French brand. She used the Babolat Pure Aero, a racket designed for players who want to generate spin and power. Globe Telecom had been with her since she was just 8 years old. The Bank of the Philippine Islands, BPI, highlighted her as an endorser promoting discipline and financial literacy. Milo Philippines and Locally Juice had also signed her as an ambassador. According to Forbes, Eala had emerged as the highest-earning Filipino tennis player of all time in 2026, bagging a total of $54 million in prize money. Her endorsements were estimated to have exceeded $1 million and were projected to grow to around $3 million in 2026. And now, after Wimbledon, the floodgates were about to open. Industry observers noted that Eala's appeal to sponsors was ever more attractive given her huge support back home in the Philippines, where she had taken over from boxing legend Manny Pacquiao as the nation's biggest sporting icon. The premium brands were now certain to be fighting to add her to their list of ambassadors, and this time the headlines would be real. The whispers started in the corridors of the All England Club. Then they became headlines. Then they spread across the tennis world like wildfire. Alex Eala signs mega deal with Emirates. The numbers being thrown around were staggering. Figures that would have made her one of the highest-paid athletes in the sport. Fans erupted. The tennis establishment took notice. The world number one was reportedly left stunned. But here's the thing about viral rumors. They don't always check their facts. When fact-checkers began digging, a different story emerged. The Emirates rumors had no official announcement to back them. The Wilson $45 million deal had been fabricated. The $1.6 billion contract offer from an Abu Dhabi billionaire was a composite image. Eala herself had grown aware of the flood of fake news surrounding her. In February 2026, she addressed the issue directly. "I am aware that there have been a lot of fake news articles. The reality was already impressive enough. Long before the fake headlines started circulating, the blue-chip brands had already found her. Nike, her partner since 2019, had outfitted her through every milestone and gifted her a custom sampaguita hair tie for Wimbledon. Babolat made her the first Asian woman since Lina to be sponsored by the French brand. Globe Telecom had been with her since she was 8 years old. The Bank of the Philippine Islands, Milo Philippines, and Locally Juice had all signed her as ambassadors. According to Forbes, Eala had emerged as the highest-earning Filipino tennis player of all time, bagging a total of $54 million in prize money. Her endorsements were estimated to have exceeded $1 million and were projected to grow to around $3 million in 2026. And now, after Wimbledon, the floodgates were about to open. The premium brands were circling. The offers were real this time. The Eala effect wasn't just about ticket sales, it was about commerce, and the commercial world was taking notice. What did Emirates really offer Alex Eala? And why did the world number one's reaction tell a bigger story about the future of the sportals free?